Hello and welcome to another video. Today we're in Pinnacles National Park, hiking Condor Gulch Trail and the High Peaks Trail.
And then we're going through the Bear Gulch Cave.
Let's go!
Hey, good morning. We're back.
We just parked at the Bear Gulch parking lot, and now we're gonna take the Condor Gulch Trail and loop all the way to the High Peaks Trail. Let's get going. So we are at the Bear Gulch parking lot right now. We're gonna take the Condor Gulch Trail up here, and then the High Peaks Trail over to the left.
And we can
back
either
down.
come down the tunnel trail or the High Peaks Trail. We'll decide when we get there. And then we'll come all the way back down the High Peaks and down.
Yeah, we're about 0.15 miles in. So basically just started, but the views are already amazing. Pinnacles is California's smallest national park, at least if you go by the number of yearly visitors. And it just relatively recently became a national park. Before it was a national monument.
Yeah.
Look at this tree. I don't know if you're able to tell, but with all the holes and the acorns in it from the woodpeckers, looks kind of insane. Yeah, the sun's coming up, as you can see. Absolutely pretty. We're making our way up. In total, this hike has around 1,500 feet of elevation, so not that bad. We're taking it chill, slowly making our way up to the High Peaks Trail. Just a beautiful day out, and we're only 0.4 miles from the parking lot. Yeah, the California national parks are just amazing, or the national parks in the US in general. Like, look at this, all the nature, the trees, the moss on these. And yeah, like I said, we're only 0.4 miles from the parking lot. Like, the parking lot is right down there. We started our hike at around 8, I would say. We got here at like 7:45. So it might be full if you get here later, but especially now in the off season, it's not that busy. But we have been to Pinnacles National Park one time before in January, and we got here at like 9:30, 10, and that parking lot was already full. So just make sure you get here early if you want to park right at the Bear Gulch parking lot. And if not, you can always park at the main campsite right at the park entry. Temperature-wise, when we started hiking, it was probably high 30s, low 40s. But honestly, it feels pretty good, especially with climbing up. At first, you would start sweating anyways if it was any hotter. So perfect temperature right now. .5 miles in, we climbed
350 feet.
So we still have a little bit to go, but I think it should be around 1.2 to 1.4 miles up to the High Peaks Trail. We'll see if that actually works out, but for now,
We're just taking it slow because I don't want to like start sweating.
yeah, the switchbacks are starting. .85 miles in, we're still climbing. It's definitely getting rockier, as you can see. We got some switchbacks, but the views are absolutely amazing. You got more trees over here, and then it's getting rockier on this side. And then yeah, we're just continuing on the switchbacks, making our way up. Yeah, you can see the trail we came from right here. And then you can also hear the river flowing down there. Making a nice, peaceful trail, super empty. Absolutely beautiful day out. About a mile in, we also just made the decision that we're also gonna loop back to the, or I guess add a little loop and do the Bear Gulch Cave again.
Off of the High Peaks Trail.
Yeah.
And then we'll come back to the, link back into the High Peaks Trail.
Yeah, it should only, like, it adds like less than a mile probably.
Yeah, not bad. And the cave is definitely worth it.
Yeah. We also did a previous video about this. You can see it somewhere over here. Pretty much 1 mile in, we just got to the little viewpoint. It's still 0.7 miles up to the High Peaks Trail. And yeah, just looks super cool. So we're gonna check out the viewpoint. That is pretty cool.
Yeah. It's so peaceful out here. We're like one of the only people. We haven't seen anybody else.
Yeah, we really haven't.
Yeah. So you really can just hear the water flowing down the waterfall and then just all the little birds. It's super pretty.
Yeah, you can see some people down there on the trail, but yeah, we heard some voices in the beginning, but then nothing after. And here you have this little river. Do we know what the river is called?
It's like a stream. I don't know.
When does a stream turn into a river? You let me know.
Or it's a creek. It's a stream that I don't know.
Drop your stream, creek,
knowledge.
River knowledge in the comments. All right, we had some time to enjoy the views. Now we're getting back on the trail. .7 miles till we reach the High Peaks Trail. So it should be about 1.7 miles till we get there. The views just keep on getting better the higher we climb. How are you feeling, Kinley?
Fine.
Good. FYI, we don't have service, so actually we have service more often than like even Half Dome and stuff. Sometimes, but yeah, like we don't need it, but just make sure either you don't go alone on the hikes and always let people know where you're going. Better be safe than sorry, you know. Don't want to go missing, break a leg in the mountains. Nobody's coming to find you. Yeah, we climbed 780 feet and we're about 45 minutes in with 1.3 miles. So,
and that's where we started.
Parking lot right there. I mean, the views are amazing. The fog is clearing up too. So you could almost see back to the campground, I think.
Such a beautiful morning.
We're just climbing. Just climbing. We're making our way up this absolutely beautiful trail. But yeah, as you can see, the sun's out and it's definitely heating up quite a bit. Yeah, when we started hiking this morning, we were definitely dressed for colder weather, but it feels absolutely amazing. Just gotta take some layers off. 1.5 miles in, you reach this like little plateau right here. Again, amazing views. And from what it looks like, you can also go down there. At least it looks like people have done it before. Should be about 0.2 miles till we reach the High Peaks Trailhead, or the High Peaks Trail. And then we'll just make it across and back down. We are taking some layers off though.
The gradient of this is like pretty steady, so it's really like a nice little like stroll up instead of just like a straight like climb. And we're not hiking at elevation really, so it's really nice.
All right, 1.7 miles in, we just made it to where the Condor Gulch Trail meets the High Peaks Trail, as you can see right here. Now we're joining the High Peaks Trail to the left, and then either the Tunnel Trail or the High Peaks Trail back down. Yeah, I mean, the views from up here are absolutely insane. So many cool things to explore. We're gonna continue up here and then decide which trail we're taking back down. 1,100 feet of elevation right now. But yeah, it seems like we're gonna continue climbing up for a little bit, which should make up for the 1,500 feet of elevation for the trail overall. Yeah, as we keep going, now that we reach this ridgeline, it's definitely more exposed to the wind. So definitely cooler again. Might have to put our layers back on. But yeah, for now, as we keep climbing, we're just gonna continue with our layers off. Or at least Kinley's. I guess I never took them off anyway.
Hair, so ignore that.
These kind of rock formations right here is what Pinnacles is probably most well known for. Looks super cool, especially in the sun. And yeah, as we make our way around this mountaintop, we're gonna see even more. This right here looks like it's about as high as we will go. We'll see. We're about 2 miles in right now. 1 hour, 12 minutes, 1,300 feet of elevation. Honestly, we might climb over there, but we'll see. Exactly 2 miles in, about 1 hour 15 minutes for us, you reach this really cool overlook. Beautiful views. Just an amazing day out. It does get a little windy up here though, so. Whoa. Are those the condors?
No.
And it seems like we're descending, but I guess we'll see. We might have another climb around that corner. The views from up here are absolutely amazing though. Cool little cave, probably for the birds.
Keep an eye on whether the caves are open or not, especially if you're coming just to hike the caves, because sometimes they're closed for bats.
Now that we're on this side, a little bit in the shade, along these cool rocks and stuff, it's definitely a lot cooler. Time for a snack. The perfect snack spot. Absolutely insane view. I know it was about time for a snack, not gonna lie. We are 2.2 miles in, just under 1 hour and 30 minutes. And yeah, we're just taking it slow and taking in the scenery. Kinley made this, what do you want to call this creation?
Well, okay, give me a break.
Well, it's really good. That's what I was about to say.
Oh.
It was supposed to be the balls.
Yeah,
like
or
granola.
like bars. But I think I need to like either add more honey or do the maple syrup. I didn't really want to do the maple syrup, but we'll see. We'll keep perfecting it. But
It's really good though. Like dark chocolate, oats, cranberries, nuts. Tastes really good.
Almond butter.
Butter. After a nice little 10-minute break, we're leaving our spot and continuing on. Looks like we have a little bit more climbing to do. Right here. Very cool. Yeah. Yeah, the High Peaks Trail definitely delivers as promised. All these different peaks, and these are just on the shade side here, like as you saw earlier, and we're probably gonna see around this corner up there. It's a lot of high peaks around here. This right here is where the trail continues. So I mean, you basically just continue straight, but you can also split up to this trail over here and the picnic area, and yeah, basically the tunnel trail that continues over here. I forgot we had a decision to make. I don't know, that steep and narrow part makes me want to take the High Peaks Trail.
Let's do it.
Here, the trail is fairly steep and a little bit technical, as you can tell right here, but it also flattens out quite a bit during, like in some areas. I don't think it's too technical, honestly. Okay, it might get steeper. Such a cool view. Yeah, it does look like a face. Kinley.
The eyes
right.
and the nose.
Oh, okay, never mind. This is the steep segment and the narrow and steep segment. Looks like it's about to be fun. Okay, fine, I'll take it back.
I don't know where I was going.
Kinley in full rock climbing mode. We were not expecting this. On a scale of 1 to 10, how prepared were we for this?
I'm more prepared. I think it's more so...
Like mentally we weren't prepared for this. Yeah, we're slowly gonna make our way up here. Narrow and steep, it definitely is. That is insane. Okay, I take everything back. It's definitely very technical, but it is so much fun. This is where we came from, around that corner. And now we're continuing to climb up here. This is so cool. Here on this segment, you kind of gotta watch your head, especially if you're a little taller. But definitely a fun little segment, not gonna lie. Yeah, we came up from all the way down there, made our way up here. As you can see, the view doesn't really get better than this. And I don't know, this is cool. I wasn't expecting this, were you? When we did our research for this trail, looked at the trail, looked at pictures, I didn't see anything.
Yeah, how'd they leave this out?
I feel like this is the main attraction, right? Just look how steep it is. So cool. Definitely pretty narrow. What an insane view. Definitely well worth it.
Beautiful.
That was so cool. We're 2 hours in, 2.7 miles in, and yeah, just look at it. Absolutely amazing views. Just incredible. And that little segment was so cool. So that probably starts at around 2.5 miles from the parking lot. Just so much fun. You definitely have to be careful. Just place every step super carefully, because there's definitely segments, if you fall, you're gonna get hurt, for sure. But so beautiful. And oh, this is a condor down there. That is so cool. I don't know if you can see it flying over there. So cool. Oh, there's another one. Smaller though. The first one was absolutely ginormous. That was crazy. Try to zoom in, but I don't know if you can see it on a GoPro, to be honest. It gets super steep here, so
Recommend turning around.
yeah, that's probably the safe way to do it.
Taking it like a ladder.
Just like the half dome cables. Yeah, I'm glad we didn't do the tunnel trail. Yeah, definitely scratch everything I said about the trail not being technical. It is highly technical, yeah. The condor is right up there. Trying to make it up. That is so cool. So cool to see it from up close. What did they invent AirPods for? Or headphones or whatever, if not that. Now I missed him taking off.
I got a video of him taking off, but the only reason why he took off was because somebody was coming down the trail with no headphones and really loud music. Anyways, we have a pet peeve for people who listen to music on their phone or on a speaker when they're outside. That's fine if you want to do that, but AirPods and headphones are a really great invention so that you don't bother other people that are just here to soak up nature.
And you're disturbing the wildlife too, as you could see.
Maybe the condor was about to take a nap, but then the only reason why he flew off was because of that.
Yeah. But aside from that, really annoying. Oh, there he is. That's a different one. That's not a condor.
No, is it?
That's just a bird. That's just a bird.
Oh, there.
Whoa! That's cool. Your video is really good. We're gonna put the video somewhere in here. All right, we're done venting about the music, and we're continuing our hike. 2 hours, 16 minutes, and 2.6 miles in. Let's keep going. We're running out of battery. I have a spare one in here, but I'm not completely sure how much, like how fully it's charged. Yeah, you can kind of see the trail we took up here and then up on that ridgeline right here.
We're looping back around.
And all the way back over here. And now, obviously, we came down across this and over here. And that right here is where we saw the condor. And yeah.
And we're headed to the cave.
Yep. Yeah, the condors are sitting over on that rock over there. It's pretty far, so I'm not sure if you can see it. Yeah, they're just chilling over there. Sunbathing. Yeah, we're at 1,600 feet of elevation right now, so more than we expected. And there's just like these like little passages right here where the switchbacks start up again and we start climbing again. But honestly, it doesn't feel that strenuous. It feels pretty cool, especially with the views you get. All right, while we're up here making our way across, we're gonna record our preliminary rating of this trail. As always, we have the 3 categories: views, difficulty, and overall. Kinley, how many points out of 5, or stars, whatever you want to call it, do you give this trail for views?
For views, I'm going to give this trail 4, just because there's such a variety of views that you get, and it's also just so cool, like the pinnacles and like the different rock formations that you see. And then we've already climbed up and down those really like steep sections and stuff, so that's like super cool to see all the rocks and kind of get the inner workings of the rocks. And then we're gonna get to go in the cave, which is like a whole nother environment. And of course, the wildflowers have been beautiful.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I agree. For me, it's a 4.2 for the views. I agree with everything Kinley said, and especially that climbing pass, like the views.
And seeing the condor.
Oh, yeah.
That was a view.
Okay, I'll do 0.1 more for the condor. 4.3 in views out of 5 for me. Moving on to the difficulty rating. Maybe I'll go first this time. Difficulty wise, it's a 3.8 out of 5 for me. To be honest, there is like probably around like 1,700 feet of elevation in this, but it feels pretty leisurely getting up. Like it just winds up. It doesn't feel too steep going up. But then you have that very technical segment right in the middle where you actually have to like kind of rock climb-ish.
Yeah, I think I agree. I think I'm going to give it the same rating, the 3.8 for difficulty, just because there are, like it's a very like, there's sections where it's not technical and it's like a steady gradient up and it's like fairly like easy getting up, but then there are those like segments where it's like, okay, you're like rock climbing and it's super narrow and steep, and so that is a little bit higher technicality, but yeah, I would give it a 3.8.
Sounds good. And then lastly, the overall rating. What do you think?
I'm gonna give it a 4.2 overall, just because it reminds me of a fairyland. And I love all the rock formations are super cool, seeing the condor, and then being able to go into a cave. It's gonna be so much fun, and a lot of just different variations throughout the whole hike. Yeah,
for me, I'll give this a 4.4 out of 5. It's like a super nice like half-day hike to me, like basically the perfect one. It doesn't feel too hard, but you have that adventurous element of that like climbing segment, but you can also like take as many breaks as you want and you don't have to rush through it since it's pretty short. So just a perfect hike for half a day with like that little kick from basically that steep climbing segment. Yeah. All right, that was our rating for the Condor Gulch Trail, joining the High Peaks Trail. And now we'll also explore the Bear Gulch Cave again. 3.2 miles in, you have this little rest area over here with a bathroom back here. Yeah, that's actually really nice to have that like along the trail. We don't usually get that. Yeah, that's true. Usually we have to hold. And yeah, now basically the main downhill starts. And as you can see, we have about, how much was it to the Bear Gulch area?
That's like back to the parking area, so that was 2 miles. So
Was it 2 miles?
yeah, it's 2 miles back to the Bear Gulch area.
Okay.
But that's not the cave.
True. Because we're gonna stop by the cave. It's just tripping from all the way from the top. Yeah, Kinley's right. It really warmed up, especially with the sun, as you can see. What do you think it is right now?
I think it's still like maybe like the low 50s.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we are moving and stuff.
But with the sun.
And the sun, yeah.
And then especially once you have like a little more shelter from the wind in these rocks, it definitely warms up quite a bit.
Yeah, and then it's gonna like cool back down in the cave.
Oh yeah, that's true. I'm curious to see how much water will be in the cave. We're about to be like 4 miles in, 2 hours 45 minutes ish, and it's around like 10:45 right now as we're climbing down. Basically, you can definitely tell that the trail's getting busier again. I guess a lot of people come here later, which makes sense because the weather's better, and also as Kinley mentioned before, a lot of people hike this trail the other way around as well. So we're seeing a lot of people like come up from the other side basically. But yeah, so as always, if you want the trails all to yourself, you're gonna have to get up a little earlier. But honestly, we got here at 8 and that was plenty. Like, it was super empty. Yeah, we're just taking in the view on the way down. This right here is a super cool switch in like terrain. It really flattens out, as you can see. It's different, but cool. These rock formations are super cool, like just forged over the years. Yeah, it's really cool. And also the brush here, just like the vegetation difference from up higher to here is so interesting to see. And in California in general, you have all these microclimate zones that are just like super fascinating. So very cool. We are just over 3 hours in, 4.2 miles. And yeah, we're slowly making our way towards the Bear Gulch Cave. We just saw a hummingbird.
Yeah, they're so cool. They're the only bird that can fly backwards.
That is pretty cool, not gonna lie. But yeah, it was gone super fast. It was like right in front of us. I got out the camera, started the camera, and it was like, gone. 4.5 miles, 3 hours, 10 minutes. And yeah, we're just continuing our way down. Another really cool formation. We parked at the Bear Gulch parking lot, is where we were. And now we're trying to figure out what the smartest way is to get to the Bear Gulch Cave. We can take the rim trail down and then the Bear Gulch Cave up to the parking lot.
Yeah, rim trail, Bear Gulch Cave, and then the mosses.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, back. Okay, I think we got it.
You heard it here first. Let's try that. So we're gonna continue.
And we're gonna go to the...
on the rim trail.
Yeah, and go to the reservoir.
Yeah, from here, as you can see, you could make it back to the parking lot, 0.8 miles, and complete that loop. That would bring you to about 5.4 miles. But we've decided we want to check out the cave again because it's just something you don't want to miss, especially if you're here only once or not that often. You definitely want to check that off your list. Time to take off some layers. 4.75 miles in, we took some layers off and we just stopped at a random point on the trail to have another round of snacks. That's pretty cool. You can do a lot of rock climbing over here. We just took a layer off and we turn around the corner and it starts winding, the sun's gone, and it gets super cold again. But the sun's gonna come back out. This is so cool, like the drop into this little gulch right here. What's that? That's an insane drop. But climber's paradise. Whoa. What? What?
It's swimming.
That is insane. It looks so beautiful and so peaceful. It's just really cool. Like how it's carved into the mountains here. Very pretty sight. Kinley's putting back on her layers before we head down.
I don't want it like hanging off my bag when we're going through the cave.
Oh, that's a good point.
It's kind of like
Yeah, that's a good point.
narrow.
Yeah, the trail is pretty narrow here, but it's nothing compared to what it's gonna be once we really get into the cave. Like there's some insane segments in there, but I'll show you in a minute. Time to get out the headlamp just to be sure. Well, I guess we don't need it just yet. Oh, so here we're entering the Bear Gulch Cave. So we're gonna head this way. It's definitely slippery in here. Yeah, I'm curious where this is gonna take us because it's definitely not the same way that we took the last time. Kinley says it is. Never mind. Oh. Okay, so they close these when obviously there's a lot of water in here, and also when there's like bad season. I don't think this is the same one. We are
There's some air.
just exploring this cave.
Follow the arrows.
Follow the arrows. You better not get lost in here. You'll definitely get wet feet walking through here.
Watch your head.
Whoa. It gets really narrow in here. That is crazy. I gotta squeeze through.
And then it opens back up.
Whoa.
You can see a little bit of light. It opened up a little. It's definitely narrow.
Yeah, this is where we came from. It was definitely narrow in there, but this opens up into like this chamber. So yeah, let's keep going. Yeah.
Okay, we have to duck down again. We're going back. Watch your head here.
Yeah, this is where being smaller is an advantage. To the left here.
Yeah. Yeah, very, like, look at this. Like, I'm 5'3", and I'm crouched all the way down. And this is the headspace you have.
Right,
So
that's
definitely bring a small pack. You don't need a big one.
Yeah. All right, let's make it through here. I'm definitely struggling quite a bit through these narrow.
Yeah, you gotta have good knees.
And then this opens back up into this bigger cave right here.
We got some running water through here.
Yeah.
Look at how dark it is in here. Like, we were just hiking in like broad daylight, and it's like
There's nothing in here.
pitch black in here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So watch your step with the
Yeah.
water.
You do have these arrows though, so they definitely paint the way. We're just walking in the other direction, but definitely makes us feel a little more secure in here that we're still on the right. But yeah, you constantly cross the stream, or basically like follow it downstream. Pretty cool. Yeah, I mean you can also kind of see the path by the the watermarks down here from people like walking. Yeah.
Okay, here's where we have some stairs.
Yeah.
I think this part was closed last time.
Yeah, I think that's right. And
We
this,
went out this way.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they were crawling through this.
Because this is like the super narrow part over here
Yeah.
where you can get out, but it's crazy. But we're gonna continue all the way to the bottom.
So that's some weird cool waterfall. It's so peaceful.
That's so cool. Well, it is peaceful now that there's not that much water here. I'm sure it gets crazy when it's like flooded. Yeah, you don't want to be in here when it's flooded. Yeah, these rocks, it's just insane how they're stuck in here. Well, I hope they stay stuck for the time we're in here.
This is the start of the cave. We're going the other way around.
Yeah.
Again, make sure you check to make sure that they're open if you're coming here for this, because they can block them off.
Yep. They'll close these. Yeah, that's the exit or entry, depending on what side you come from. And with that, we can put away our flashlights, headlamps, and everything again. The upper part of the cave, or the Bear Gulch Cave, was pretty narrow, I gotta say.
Yeah, that's where we were crawling.
Yeah.
Mostly.
So that makes sense, especially once it's a little flooded or with the bats and stuff.
Why it was closed. The upper cave was closed. It must have been because of rainfall, or
Yeah.
I don't think it's the bats.
We had more water in there the last time.
Yeah.
So yeah, with how narrow it is in there, it definitely makes sense that that gets closed first. Now we should have like 0.8 miles max back to the car. Here we have the split. Like we're just gonna continue straight back to the parking lot. And I mean, you always have the option of doing the Moses Spring Trail right here. It's super cool. I'll link the video we did on the Bear Gulch Cave and the Moses Spring Trail up somewhere here. It's a really pretty trail. Like you get a really cool view from above, basically, off the cave you just hiked, like the Bear Gulch Cave on the bottom. So super pretty views. For us, we're almost back at the parking lot. This, like right here along the little creek, is the Bear Gulch picnic area. We're just making our way through and we should be at the parking lot any minute now. Yeah, you can see the parking lot there through the trees. That completes our hike. We finished with 5.8 miles in just over 4 hours, 4 hours and 2 minutes.
See you next time.
Yeah, thanks for watching and we'll see you on the next video.